Hey babe, it's jamithatsme here. Welcome back to my channel. Now let's talk about couples retreat. Couples retreat, Love and Hip Hop edition. It seems like it's going to be a cute show. I can appreciate it. We have Yandy and Mendices. We have Ray J and Princess, Rashida and Kirk. We also have Delicious, aka London, and her man Raymond Santana. We also have Michael Blackson and his girl Rada. So there are 5 couples that came together for this season of couples retreat. Now y'all listen, Yandy said she not missing out on no chicks. Hear what I say. She not missing out on no chicks. She said, honey, I'm gonna do the family reunion and I'm gonna hang around so we could go ahead and do couples retreat. Same thing with Ray J. Ray J hung in there too. But Ray J, I enjoy seeing Ray J on the screen. He may have some BS antics, but Ray J is entertaining and he is funny, and I enjoy seeing him on the screen. So getting into the show, Yandy tells us that Mendices actually got out of prison in January of 2020. Well, the pandemic went ahead and hit and slapped everybody in March. So that's when all of the kids were stuck at home with them. They had to do school training and, all this stuff. Everybody was stuck in the house. So they haven't really had the time that they need to themselves because they've been like parents around the clock, teachers around the clock. So it's been a lot. And then him getting back adjusted to life. And of course the kids missed him. So they want to be up under their daddy. They probably been sleeping all in the bed with them every single night because they just so glad to have their dad back. So their life has been a bit upside down. So they haven't been able to spend the time that they need to spend, especially with Miss Judy on the other side. Mendice's mama, she also want to see her son. I'm surprised she probably not up in the bed too. Hello? Okay, so Yandy is like, I'm glad for us to have this break so we can try to reconnect, okay? Michael Blackson is there as well. He brings his girl Rada that he introduces us with. We find out that he and Rada actually weren't talking for a few weeks. She actually blocked him because of a side chick. Michael Blackson says that he cannot stop cheating. He don't know what's going on. But here's the gag. Rada says she does not mind having other women in their relationship, but she has to choose who these individuals are. She says she and Michael likes threesomes, foursomes, and sometimes fivesomes. And I'm like, girl, ain't you tired some? Okay, I know you tired. Okay, she says that it's this particular side chick that I guess he just kept running back to. Michael tells her, well, girl, you keep getting these flat booty women. That's the problem. You keep getting these flat booty women. I want somebody that got a booty like you or bigger. That's just on period. So yeah, I'm gonna keep running back because the women you bring it to me, they ain't talking about nothing. So I feel like that's where Rada messed up already by allowing other people into her relationship and thinking that she's helping her relationship. Hey, Megan James, okay, by saying he can have a side chick or he can mess with other girls or whatever as long as she makes the decision on who the person is. Yikes. All of that's not gonna matter, okay? You over here trying to open up your relationship, and when he starts giving that other person more time, you still gonna feel slighted either way. So it's, girl, no ma'am, but that's our relationship. That's what you like, honey. But okay. We see Rashida and Kirk still hanging in there. They've been hella busy because of course they have their younger son that's still in school. They're trying to do everything with making sure he's straight. But then Kirk also has an outside child, okay, that he's probably at home doing the same thing, trying to figure everything out as far as school. And then they got all these multiple businesses. They got the restaurant. They got the different press stores. We see Rashida's opening up another press store in Atlanta. So she has a lot going on. So all they do is work. That's all they do. And they don't really have time for each other anymore. But y'all ain't going nowhere anyway. Rashida, you ain't going nowhere anyway. So y'all might as well find the 10 minutes because that's about all y'all gonna get. Y'all out here trying to be serial entrepreneurs, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like Kirk said, you got to grind it out. You got to do what you got to do if you want these businesses to be successful and you don't want them to fail. Either way, girl, good luck. So Delicious and her guy Raymond Santana arrived. Raymond Santana is one of the guys from Central Park 5, I believe that's what they called it. They had a movie on Netflix called When They See Us, and he was falsely arrested for, I believe, rape and murder or something like that, and he was locked up for quite a few years of his life. And they happened to actually meet on social media. She saw him in the movie. He was familiar with her based on A Flavor of Love. He saw that she was following him. He liked all her pictures. He hopped in the DMs. They had some conversation, and then a few months later, whoop, there it is. They're married. We also learned that Delicious is already familiar with Michael Blackson because back in the day, she did a movie or something for Michael, and her man happened to be there, or at least he came home or something. Something made her ex-husband upset, and he decided to attack her and Michael Blackson. And it was like, okay, I forgot all about that story. I forgot that even happened. But Delicious wanted to assure him that Raymond is nowhere near her ex, so he does not have to worry about running for his life. Okay. We also learned that, they got married during the pandemic. Their entire relationship moved very quick. They met each other. Shortly after that, they got married. Shortly after that, they got pregnant. She was pregnant for 8 weeks before she miscarried the baby. So they had a lot of things going on. So this vacation is kind of like a honeymoon for them, because they really didn't get to go anywhere because they were out here grieving their child that they lost, on top of it just being a pandemic, so they couldn't really travel how they wanted to travel. So this vacay for them is kind of like that honeymoon. Ray J and Prinky arrive, and they have been battling with this entire divorce thing. First she put it out there and she withdrew it, then he put the divorce out there, and I think it's still out there, or maybe he withdrew it. Now I think he did withdraw it, and here they are trying to mend fences for the last time. They're trying to give each other hope. They're trying to figure out a way to come back together and get their marriage back on track. But it's interesting because they ain't sleeping in the same bed. Prinky says she don't trust him. She feel like he's still out here cheating on her and everything, but she still has some love for him, and she's still willing to try to save her relationship. Ray J says that he wants his family. He wants his marriage. He wants to try again. He wants to work on it. He wants to get things back on track. He's prayed for the marriage. He's prayed for a family. Like, that's the thing that he wants, and he wants to be able to keep it together. So we'll see if they're going to be able to keep it together, honey. So later in the episode, we could see where Yandy wants everybody to come out so that they can meet for dinner, but before they have dinner, she wants to play a game, like a how well do you know your partner game. So as they're asking different questions, we learned that the newest couple of everybody, which is Raymond and London, aka Delicious, they don't know each other at all. They failed. They came in last for them to be the newest couple. And I kind of feel like that says a lot, because y'all rushed everything and now y'all don't even really know each other. Like, yikes. And it's just so interesting when you see this, because they're the newest couple. They really enjoy each other. They look like they all lovey-dovey, but don't know each other a lot. But you got the other couple, which is Ray J and Prinky, and they over here just going through a whole lot. I mean, like, you could tell from how he hugs on her, she don't even want to be that close to him. And the irony is, they knew each other the best. I said, ain't this some shit? Look at this. Look at this. What? So what is going on? Y'all newly married, but don't know S-H-I-R-T. And then y'all two been married for some time, going through a whole lot, but y'all know each other the best. And still get on each other motherfucking nerves. Okay then. All right. Well, okay, girl. So while they're at dinner, Yandy surprises them with AJ Johnson, who is now kind of like a life coach. We saw her on Love and Hip Hop Miami with Trick Daddy, trying to help him get everything together as far as his health. And that wasn't gonna work, because all the stuff she was recommending, Trick Daddy did not want to do. So yeah, that's what she does. She's like a life coach, a wellness coach. So she came in to try and help everybody get their relationship back on track. But quite a few of the people was not happy about that, like Ray J and like Kirk. They were kind of like, no, I ain't come here to let somebody else that I don't know sit up in my face and tell me what's wrong with my relationship. I'm really not here to open up old wounds and rehash things. Like, I'd rather not have the conversation at all. When I saw AJ come out and AJ was ready to, talk to the people, it made me think about Scrappy and Bambi. And I'm like, why Yandy and them got to come back for another episode, but y'all ain't bring Scrappy and Bambi back? Because they were having issues with their marriage as well, and with her having these babies and stuff, and him not being considerate, and him feeling like she doesn't appreciate him. I'm like, they should have been up there more than Kirk and Rashida too, because I feel like y'all not leaving each other. I mean, granted, it doesn't mean that they don't need help in their relationship, but Kirk has put Rashida through so much, and she has yet to leave, that I know anything moving forward, she will continue to stay. So why? For what? Why are y'all there? We could have had Bambi and Scrappy come back for couples retreat. But okay. So when AJ gets everybody to the field for some type of physical activity, that was her way of being able to learn and know more about the couples and the problems in their relationship. Rashida speaks on her issue being that they always working and they never have time to just bond and connect as far as their relationship is concerned. But Kirk, on the other end, he kind of feels like, I got to grind it out. Our businesses are failing, or at least they're struggling, and we don't want them to fully fail. So I got to grind it out. I got people that's dependent on me. I got to show up for them. So I'm sorry. I won't have time to kick it with you how you want me to kick it with you. That's not a priority. Like, we kick it. I think Kirk believes that they kick it when they working. That's what I think. I think when they're both working on things, because Kirk is heavily involved in what's going on with Rashida Prest and all of the activities she has going on as far as business, I think that he thinks that is their way of spending time together. Even when he was talking to AJ, he still was talking about business. AJ's like, you missed the point. You're still talking about business, but I'm trying to get you to talk about personal. When are you going to make personal time for just you and your wife? But I feel like even when they have personal time, it always goes back to business. He said that's all he knows. Ever since he was young, like, that's all he knows is business, work. Gotta get this money. He's so busy getting money that he ain't even able to live with the money he out here running out here to get. So I think that's what Rashida wants. She just wants to be able to live, take a pause, and enjoy life. And Kirk out here grinding it out. He got kids that's not by Rashida. He got kids with Rashida. Everybody's relying on him. Everybody's depending on him. He's trying to keep everything afloat so he doesn't have his first business or first restaurant or whatever to have failed. So he's out here trying to grind it out. But I understand. So I feel like they have some issues that they can work out. But I just feel like it ain't that major, goddamn. But, it is what it is, so that's why they're on this show. So good luck, honey. Ray J and Prinky. So when AJ gets to them, she wants to know more, okay? Prinky talks about how they always argue and they never talk to each other. Now, the whole time you could see Ray J standing behind Princess because he did not want his face to be seen, like he really didn't want to deal with this. And I'm not gonna lie, I low-key was cracking the hell up. Like, why is he doing this? She asked, Prinky, why is she staying or whatever? And Prinky's like, well, there's still love there. She said, well, could it be lust? And Prinky said, no. She said, because we don't have sex. And I'm like, oh my God, no, she did. Even Ray J was like, really? So you gonna tell her that? So you gonna say that in front of everybody? We not having sex? And she was like, but we not though. Then she goes on to say, I found out we were getting a divorce on social media. He was like, but I found out we was getting a divorce too on social media. What are you saying? And she's like, yeah, well, you told me to move quick. You told me to do X, Y, Z, and that's what I did, and I wasn't moving fast enough, so I moved quicker. And I was just like, oh my God, Princess, why are you doing this? I really wish that Princess was a person that was able to keep her private. I really, really do. I feel like she talks too much. So I understand why Sonya Norwood be getting frustrated with her, because she just yap. Okay, instead of keeping stuff in-house, y'all go to a therapist, work on this stuff on the inside instead of letting all the public into y'all business. The only thing I do appreciate is her being honest in front of AJ. Because if this is supposed to be your therapist at the moment, that's the only way y'all gonna work through y'all issues. So she had to be vulnerable and honest in that moment. I feel like it was required. But as far as social media and stuff, I wish she would figure out a way to keep that type of stuff in-house versus letting us all know. If anything, we'll find out when y'all getting ready to get a divorce. But before that, stop. Just keep it in-house. Figure it out, because you really don't want to leave. He really don't want you to leave. He don't want to leave. You really don't want him to go. So it's like, why are we doing this? AJ decides to ask Ray J, what is it that you want? Tell us what you want. He kind of got quiet for a second. Then he goes on to say that he just wants Princess to be happy. AJ asked Princess, do you believe what it is that he's saying? And she said, no, I don't believe that. I feel like he's only focused on work and money. Interesting, same thing with Kirk. Kirk is focused on the same thing, but I still kind of feel like theirs is a little different, and y'all let me know. I feel like it's a little different because they've been in their marriage for years, way longer than Ray J and them. I feel like they just getting started, but they've been in the game for years. Rashida, you ain't going nowhere. You work too, just like he work. Meanwhile, you got Princess over here at home. She don't work like that, always with the kids. She's like a housewife. He's over here working, not making time for her. So I feel like their situation is a bit different. She begins to cry, gets emotional. Ray J walks off, because he can't deal with it. He feels like she's lying to people. She's not telling the truth. He said it's a lot of things that he could say about her publicly, but he doesn't. out of respect for whatever reason. But that was pretty much the episode. It seems like the entire season is going to be pretty good, so I'm going to do my best to come to you guys with more reviews on Couples Retreat. But leave your thoughts and comments down below on how you felt about the overall episode. Did you like the couples that were there? What couple would you have added, or what couples would you have taken away? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm jamithatsme. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.